What's up, you guys? It's me, Aliyah, and welcome back to my channel. Hi, how are you doing today? Hope you're doing amazing. You feel great. If you're having a bad day, I hope it gets better because you deserve it. So you guys read the title. I decided to put a bunch of different video ideas, such as my online school routine, how to get ready for online school, to have a successful online school year, into one big video. So in this video, I'll be going over my specific routine, how to get ready for it, tips and tricks of mine, what my online school routine looks like, and just the whole shebang. Because I've been taking online courses and classes for a couple years now, and last semester was my first full online semester, so I feel like I have like the grip of things and like how things should be done and everything like that. And before we get into this video, I just want to let you guys know that I know we're in a pandemic right now, and I want to make videos that you guys can use and enjoy at the same time. So I hope this video helps anybody watching this. If you decide to take one tip or all the tips, like, I am here for it and helping you be the best student that you can be. Part one of this video is how to prep and get ready for online school. When I say prep and get ready for online school, I mean very much like things to do before classes start. So like the week before classes start, I recommend that you start prepping, because I have some things that could really make the transition into getting back in the routine of classes and things like that way easier, trust me. So the first tip that I have for you is to make a list of things that you did really good in online school this past semester and things you did really bad. And I know you did online school this past semester because in March, April, May, the virus was out of control, especially in America, because America can't take seriously. So I know you have some experience, and I know there was some things that you really excelled in and some things you did really bad. Something I really excelled in was setting time in the day to get my work done. But something that I really did bad at was actually putting my phone down and consistently working on my work without taking too many social media breaks that weren't even healthy breaks at that point. It was just me procrastinating. Y'all have something that we can improve on. Making this list can make you focus on the thing that you did bad on and something that you can improve on for this school year so you can get better grades, procrastinate list, you know, the whole freaking nine. The next tip that I have for you is to declutter a space that you can work in consistently. Now, this may be a little hard if you're in a big family home with a lot of people in the house. You don't have your own room, you don't have your own desk, but I have something for you if that's the case. Stick with me for a couple minutes, I swear. De-stressing your space is so good for the brain, because if something is decluttered and just all these distractions are taken away, there's no way that your brain can focus on something else besides what you're doing in front of you, which should be your online work. We're striving for good grades this semester, hello. My third tip for you is to trash any previous schoolwork that you still might have from the previous year that you obviously don't need for this upcoming year. This really just helps keep your space and I guess device clean of any previous assignments, because it's like you don't want to take up too much space. You don't want to get halfway through the semester, you don't have any storage left, and that would just be really freaking annoying to trying to go through all this stuff and clean it out. So unless you need it for a continuation of a class, I suggest you just go ahead and toss it, because if you're not going to use it, why keep it? Free up the storage, we all need it. So my fourth tip for you is doing some research on organization systems and methods that can work for you. There are so many damn videos on YouTube about organization alone. There's things on Etsy, tutorials, there's some on Pinterest. Like, there's an organization system for everybody. Why did I sound like that? That was really weird. I am planning to do an organization video soon, because people always ask me how I do mine, and since I'm doing paperless learning this year, it's gonna be a little different, so I want to go ahead and give you guys like the redone version of it. It's fun. Find your organization system. It might seem a little frustrating, but I promise you there's a method for you that can help you learn while also keeping your stuff together and not just all over the place. The fifth tip, oh, that's embarrassing. The fifth tip I have for you is to reintroduce yourself to all the websites and applications that your school uses to teach online/remote learning, because girl, it's been a couple months for a lot of us. We might not know how to use it. When I found out that my school used Canvas, I almost had a stroke, because I'm like, Canvas? I haven't used Canvas since the 10th grade. But spending time reintroducing yourself to all these apps and websites that your school uses just eliminates all that fumbling and trying to figure out where things go for when you have to turn your first assignment in, so you don't miss the first deadline, because that's embarrassing. My next tip for you is to go ahead and download all the applications that you need on said devices. So for me personally, I said I'm doing paperless learning, so this would mean that I'll download all my apps on my iPad and make sure that all my stuff is bookmarked on my laptop, because these will be two main devices that I use for school. And I say do this just because, like the last tip, it really just gets rid of that fumbling around, messing around, trying to get things sorted out and sort it out into an organized folder, and you can just have all your stuff logged in, make sure all your passwords are good, your student emails are in set, your notifications are good to go, and I promise you it takes off so much stress. So this one's kind of like a college tip, but it can be high school, but since we're all online, I think it applies to all of us for the first time. So I kind of love that for us, that we can all relate on this level. Next tip I have for you is to go ahead and read over all your syllabi that your teachers send you /upload to said learning website. When the first day happens and they open up that damn discussion board, ask if you have any questions, you already have them ready, or you can go ahead and email them ahead of time if that's what they say you can do. And this also familiarizes you with the professor and their content and what what you should be looking forward to in the semester. It has your textbooks that you might need, their office hours and things like that. All important things that should be noted and highlighted and stored somewhere important. And speaking of storing things in important places, I most definitely advise you to keep these syllabuses in places that you can reach frequently and easily. Having them all in one place can definitely make you feel, one, put together, and two, if you have any questions, you know where to go and you won't be trying to like shuffle all over the Blackboard and Canvas website trying to find it to re-download it, which is going to take up more space than it needs to. Having it saved somewhere where you can find it is just great for you and the storage of your device. So you already know what I'm going to say. This is the 8th tip. Add your assignments to your digital calendar, Google Calendar, physical planner, or reminders in your computer, tablet, or phone. And if you don't have any of that, just use a piece of paper. You already have the syllabus opened up, so you might as well go ahead and add them to your calendar so it's ready. And I noticed that when I do at the beginning of the semester, especially with major projects, it just takes a lot of stress off of you, so you don't have to keep going back and forth with editing things and putting things in and out of your calendar when you could just do it all once at the beginning of the semester. Granted, some things will be added as the semester goes on, but I'd rather add them in bulk at the beginning than pieces throughout the semester. Something I definitely want to advise you guys to do before online classes start, and this is tip number 9. I want to let you guys know that you should actually set up your organization system on your device. And something that I'm actually doing this year is creating different folders and subsections in Google Drive along with Notability depending on the class. And if you're wondering how I'm doing this, there's going to be a screen recording and I'm going to explain it and walk you through it, okay? In case you want to copy the same thing and try it out for yourself. Create one folder for each of your classes, and then in each folder we're going to have multiple sets of subfolders. So let's say you're taking Bio 111. This one's for you. Shout out to all the bio people and bio majors. You're loved and appreciated and seen. I definitely recommend that you make a folder for the class, and then the second round of folders, so the subfolders in the big folder, is going to be your units. So unit 1, 2, A, B, C, D, Roman numeral 1, 2, whatever. You're gonna do that. And then in the units, you can create different folders such as classwork, projects, homework, essays, and boom. That's how you separate the stuff and keep it separated and very much organized. Really simple organization method. It works wonders and it looks great in Google Drive, may I add. So the last thing that I'm gonna advise you in this section on setting up yourself for success for these online classes is to make your weekly schedule and weekly plan for the week. Now I know we're online and technically none of us have a real schedule. Yeah, we have Zooms every couple hours on Wednesdays and Fridays and maybe Tuesdays and Thursdays. That doesn't mean that you can't have a weekly schedule to make you feel more productive. Give it yourself certain time slots on certain days of the week where you can do certain classes or assignments. I like to go half and half. Sometimes I want to do an hour and a half of work for this class, but some days I want to do an assignment for this class for 2 hours. It really just depends on how you learn. You can do a hybrid of it, one or the other. It's all up to you. This is all an experimental thing. We're all trying to figure out how to do it right, so it's okay to be a little confused at first. Moving on to the part that y'all didn't ask for, the online school routine. Last semester, I was a senior in high school, and that was my first full semester doing online completely. No hybrid, just online 24/7 from January to May. I was online doing the damn thing. It was a lot, but I figured it out. We got all A's and B's, ladies. I want to tell you guys my new updated online school routine because it's definitely changed, because I'm going to be going to college and my college is opening up for us a couple days a week, and of course they have to cut things in half, so we go in small groups over, whatever. I divided up into daily, monthly, and weekly. I'm going to start with monthly because that's just the biggest thing and I want to work my way in. So every month at the beginning of the month, I plan to refer to my class schedule and see what units we're going to be going over each month and the week that we're going to be doing so, because 9 times out of 10 if you're in college you have your class schedule, so you know when things are going to be happening and things are going to be due. So I just like to know when that is coming up. I might put a sticky somewhere on my desk, and of course it'll already be in my calendar because I just set it up that way because I'm just that amazing. Make and update my unit folders depending on what is going on. So this is definitely a hit or miss depending on the class and what's going on, but definitely updating my folders and making sure that they're put together and things are in the right place so I know where to find them. My notes are up to date, they're clean, I can see what they're doing. That's what I definitely want to do every month. So weekly, since I am doing everything on electronically now, I actually can do things such as download my weekly PowerPoint lectures onto my iPad and start reading them early and getting ready for what I'm going to be hearing in my lectures on Tuesdays. So this is something that I'll probably do on Mondays, but something else I want to do every week, or that I've done every week that I have been in school for the past couple years, is just make a to-do list of things that I have to do that week, specifically on Mondays. I just find that when I have Mondays to get the week rolling, it's way less stressful than starting to do specific things right off the bat. I found that doing that Sunday night, which is what I used to do, it just creates tension, and I I feel like I don't get the full weekend experience or break, since that's basically putting my mind to work and trying to figure out how I should place something. Sorry y'all, my hair is pissing me off. Makes my brain work when I'm supposed to be on a weekend break. So I want to start doing that Monday morning, and that's how I'm going to kick off my week, pretty chill, and I will end it pretty chill as well on Fridays, which is finishing up assignments and things like that. Like I just said, I want to have all my assignments turned in on Friday because I am really not trying to drag things into the weekend, because the weekend is supposed to be a break. Don't forget, taking breaks are good. Having days off is good as long as you're getting your stuff done. Hello. Now for my daily online school routine. I have 3 classes on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the day that I will do work and kind of tune in to those 3 classes, and then Mondays and Wednesdays I'll tune into the other 2 with no designated time, and then do any overflow work from the lectures of Tuesdays and Thursdays classes. Does that make sense? I'm not crazy, I swear. So here's the last part of this video, and it is actually online school success tips, and these are tips that I have followed religiously that like have helped me really get through school and get really good grades and actually learn with online school, because I know when it seems like everything's online, Google is just like a click away and Quizlet is just like a search away, but like education is important. We need to utilize this because a lot of people don't even get the opportunity to learn, period. So the fact that we can learn from home is a really big deal. It's definitely a privilege that we all have that we always take for granted. So I feel like if we're gonna be doing that, the least we can do is actually try to learn and stay consistent, because there's professors bending over backwards to make sure we're getting educated, and I feel like it's kind of like bad that like we're taking it for granted, and like I don't know. But yeah, let's get into some success tips. No more ranting, I feel like somebody's grandma. First thing that has helped me a lot, just like in life in general, turn things in the day before it's due. Before you start cussing me out, if you have something due Friday, turn it in Thursday. Why, you may ask? Helps you not procrastinate that much, and it's impossible for you to get behind on work. It just makes the workload so much like less stressful and like jam-packed. Does that make any sense? I hope so. Okay, so the next thing that I'm advising you to do is to use the out of your digital planner or physical planner, or just calendar in general. Put it on the calendar in your phone, tablet, computer. You can put it on the freaking wall, write it in chalk outside. If you already have it on your calendar and you see that it's coming, you should know how much you should have done leading up to the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so the next tip I have for a success tip is to keep all of your assignments and just school things in one place in general. Like I said before, I'm gonna keep talking about it. I'm doing paperless learning this year, so majority, if not all, my school stuff will be literally on this lovely dovey iPad that I got for discount. Thank you, student Apple discount. And like, yeah, it's okay to occasionally like check an email or like turn something in on your computer if you use a tablet or your phone for online work, but I feel like having things in one place just makes things 10 times easier. It's easier to track and easier to keep up with, and you really just can't lose. Something I also recommend with that is using applications that sync to other devices. So if you do need to switch up here and there and you can't just stay on one, having something that definitely syncs your classwork, your assignments, and your notes to different places is also really, really, really good. A big thing that I noticed that helped me in my productivity is when you're making your to-do list for the week, or just like to-do list for the day, if you have a big thing such as like an essay, make subtasks for big things, or just like even little things. Like for example, let's say you wanted to clean the house, right? Instead of just saying clean the house, say clean the kitchen, clean the bathroom, clean your room, do the laundry, put the laundry away. If you have these subtasks that you can still check off, you can still feel accomplished even though you may or may not get to the big thing that day. So if I have an essay and I say, okay, this essay's 5 pages, instead of just saying essay due Friday at 11:59, I can say essay, and then under I can say intro, get my sources, have first 2 pages done by said day. So it's like you still finish and accomplish something even though it might not be the big picture. You did something that leads to the bigger picture, if that makes sense. So y'all are probably gonna hate me for this because this generation loves complaining about how they don't sleep. So the next tip I have for you is to have designated work hours, preferably in the morning. Definitely recommend that you have designated work hours just like you would have in regular school. It has some structure to your day. It has things like breaks and, you know, switching periods. Like add 5 minutes to like close this tab and like open this folder and get this classwork tab up, get this document up. It really helps. Something I definitely also recommend when you're making like designated work time, I usually like to do all my work like in the morning and be done by like 1-2 p.m. because I want to have the rest of my day clear. Like who wouldn't want to do that? Hello, I'm an 18 18-year-old who has plans. I have things I want to do. So I would literally, like, in between switching from like classes, let's say I was doing work for a class from like 10 to 11, I would literally give myself like 5 minutes to like check my phone, close out all the tabs from the previous class, like get my documents open for the next class, and then I'll start like 11:05 and finish that at 12:05, and then have like lunch until like 12:30. Like it's amazing, and it helps you feel just so like structured and put together. I'm telling you, if you use any one of these tips, that's the one. I'm telling you, that's the deal breaker, and that's gonna make you be the great student that you deserve to be. Speaking of breaks, like I was just saying, it is okay to take breaks. I'm actually advising you to take breaks. When it comes to taking breaks, I recommend having them be no longer than 8 to 10 minutes. I feel like after that, your brain just kind of starts shutting off from like, ooh, we're done being productive, let's stay on TikTok for an hour. Like, absolutely not. So I definitely recommend that your breaks don't exceed 8 minutes. I usually like to take 5 to 8 minute breaks depending on the class and the intensity of what I am doing, because that's just what works for me. And something also that a lot of people forget, it's okay to take walk breaks. It's okay to take lunch breaks. So remember how I said some of you guys have to share your room, or like you don't have a designated workspace? Yeah, sometimes I forget that modern technology exists and we don't live in the freaking stone age. If you don't have a desk or a table or a TV tray that you can use, or you just don't feel like you have anywhere that you can feel professional, you want a desk set up but you don't have a desk, get a desk tray. It's like this table that you can put and store like in your closet, maybe under your bed if you get a small one that folds, that you can bust out and use on your bed, so you just feel more productive. Now, usually I don't advise people to work in their bed because your brain automatically just wires itself to think, ooh, bed work, and it makes it hard to sleep. But honestly, if you have no other choice, definitely get a bed tray. They're really cheap on Amazon, Walmart, Target. I'll actually link some down below if you don't feel like doing them, and they're gonna be cute. Don't worry, because it's me finding them. I definitely recommend as a student to keep your schedule as consistent as possible. And when I say this, I definitely recommend that you keep locations and times and themes/classes consistent. So let's say you have Zoom meetings on Tuesdays. So just think, just Zoom Tuesdays. Let's say you get a lot of projects assigned to you Wednesday. Wednesdays can be project days. Let's say you have a class that needs a whole day to itself. Monday can be just dedicated to that class, if that makes sense. I definitely want to implement this in my routine because I definitely feel like it would help, and it would help give more structure. So having a routine would definitely make me feel like the days were, one, going by faster, and two, I'm actually getting done in my house instead of just literally walking around doing nothing and being pointless for hours on end. I feel like having a steady routine is good for anybody's brain and mental because it just gets you in the groove and it makes you feel like you're getting things done, you know? Something that I also have implemented in my routine is having something in the morning that gets me up and excited for the day. This can be things such as like coffee, or like going on a walk, or a really good breakfast, or knowing that like your favorite show is coming out the next day. I definitely love the fact that something that really gets me up in the morning is knowing that I can make a really good breakfast. Like, I love making breakfast. It's so fun to me. I love making my little coffee, getting my ice water, and getting set up. Like, that is just what makes my day great. It gets it started. It gets me off on a happy note. So starting your days on a happy note instead of being like groggy and grudgy and upset that like, oh, I have to do this again today. Think of the things that you like in the morning, and it should really give you a positive start and a way better feeling when you should be doing your work. I don't know if y'all know this, but technology is detrimental to your eyes. As you can see, I am a victim of this. I definitely recommend that you guys find a hobby or skill or something that you love to do that's outside of school and not school related, but also not something that doesn't have to deal with technology. Because if you guys didn't know, technology such as phones, tablets, computers have this thing called blue light, and it really does strain your eyes. And if you look at it for a set amount of time and just overdoing it so much, it can really damage your eyes. And your brain is always on alert mode when it sees blue light, so this can also give your brain the break that it needs from school and just looking at this all day. Some things I recommend that you do that don't have to deal with technology or school is definitely finding a book that's not related to school, coloring, drawing, going on a walk, and just things like that really gives your brain a break and it prevents your eyes from getting strained. I definitely recommend doing at least 1 to 2 things a day that don't have to deal with technology. For all my procrastinators, listen up, because this one is for you. It's just like a life thing in general. Stop saying I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Just do it today. If you have the time to do it today, just do it today. Especially that one last homework question, that one last chapter in the book reading that you have to do before class. Don't say I'm gonna do it tomorrow. Just do it today. You could be so much more productive and being so much more, what's it called, resilient, I think that's what it's called, when you're just getting your stuff done today. But you want to wait till tomorrow when you could just be done with most of it today. Now, if it's like a big project and you want to split it up into days, like that's fine. But I mean like the last minute things, Miss Girl. With that being said, guys, that is it for today's video. This was more of a chill, laid back, like just really talky video. I'm sorry this video was probably so damn long. I know you're probably so damn bored, but once again, like I said at the beginning of the video, even if one person takes one tip from this, or one of you guys literally takes every single tip and like does everything that I ever advise like in videos like this, I appreciate it. I love helping you guys, and that's what I'm here for, to be your big sister and school counselor. Make sure you guys give this video a huge thumbs up down below, and make sure you smash that subscribe button to join the family. We're 600,000 subscribers deep. You guys are amazing, and you make me want to keep doing this every day. Make sure you guys follow my social medias. That includes my Instagrams, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok. Like, I have it all. It's all linked down below for your leisure, because I know you live an amazing life and you have so many things going on, so it's just linked down below to make it easier for you. With all that being said, I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I cannot wait to see you on the next one. Stay cool. Bye, guys.